Pete will be very proud of that, Mark.
Think Pete had anything sarcastic to say to Michael as he made contact?
I'm sure it'll show up in a column in coming days.
A discontinue is called. Oh, Pippen is upset. Oh, that's a technical. He's been thrown out. He threw the ball hard at Bill Oakes, and he's been ejected. Oh, now Jordan chasing Oakes. Phil Jackson could get hit with a second. Scottie Pippen has been tossed. Oh, that's an enormous move. And now Pippen is being kept away by his teammates.
That's going to be debated, Marv, over and over again. I feel that Bill Oakes has a very short fuse, and yet you can defend the fact that he was embarrassed by Pippen. He was, but he still has a short fuse, and I don't know if you do that in a game like this. There's going to be a lot said about that. That's really costly.
Well, he's had the quick trigger right throughout. He has handed out a number of technical fouls. Meanwhile, Starks missed the technical. The Knicks have missed on 3 technical foul shots. And as the Knicks inbound, Joe Crawford blows the whistle. And the officials trying to straighten things out. Scottie Pippen has been ejected. Leads with 17 points. Joe Crawford is pointing to the clock. Apparently the substitutions were not properly announced. Now all is official. So the Knicks with a big break. Apparently there were 6 players on the court. That's why they had to straighten things out. 6 players momentarily. Here's Ewing. Loose ball foul. It's called on the Knicks. Mason picks it up. It's so unusual to see a Knick opposition player go off as Scottie Pippen did. Usually that is something that the Knicks are guilty of. As Michael Jordan is able to hit, and the Knicks now lead 83-73.
Pippen was arguing the call, the infraction that was called against him for mishandling the ball, and unfortunately for him, official Bill Oakes was right near him when he flipped the ball at him and got Oakes off balance and had the effect of embarrassing the official.
First he threatened, motioned as if he were going to throw the ball hard, and then he did. Starks, strong move by Starks, who was fouled. And a timeout has been called by the Bulls with 6:40 to go, 4th quarter. A moment ago we saw Scottie Pippen ejected. Not the first time that he's been tossed out in a playoff game against the Knicks back in '89 in a playoff battle in the Eastern semifinals. Scottie Pippen got involved in a fight with one-time Knick Kenny Walker, and they both were tossed. Scottie with a little left hand. Walker tried to come back with a left, and both thrown out. Darryl Garrettson in the midst of that one.
Well, our staff came prepared for a little Scottie Pippen extracurricular activities tonight. Scottie out of the game now because of his response to the official upon getting a call that he didn't like. The Bulls now down by 10, 6:40 left. More pressure on Michael Jordan.
In all, 6 technical fouls have been called tonight. The Bulls hit with 4. Phil Jackson, Scott Williams, Bill Cartwright, Scottie Pippen. Pippen, the technical and the ejection. And the Knicks assess 2. Oakley and Mason called for tees.
Well, this is the exact score with approximately this time left in the game that the Knicks and Bulls were at on Sunday.
Knicks now lead 84-73. Time remaining 6 minutes and 40 seconds. John Starks hitting double figures. He now has 10 after the slow start.
And as fans remember, John had his 4 3-point shots in the 4th quarter. But there's lots to follow here with only 6:35 left to go.
Will Perdue is up front now with Scott Williams and Horace Grant. Michael Jordan, B.J. Armstrong in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen is through for the game. Here's Jordan. Deflected out by the Knicks as Doc Rivers lands in front of Knick trainer Mike Saunders. Jordan is now 11 for 25, 33 points in all, but has not had a good one. In the second half, he has been stifled. Jordan changed his mind, and Rivers right there. Oh, Rivers comes up lame. He's hurt. He pulled something. He looked to be having a knee problem just moments ago, and he had a call for the timeout.
After another terrific defensive play. Moments ago, Michael Jordan going up for the shot, forced to give it up by the play of John Starks. And Rivers can see early in that move, after he succeeded in stealing the ball, he showed great pain.
Well, Doc will sit down. They will check him out. Greg Anthony replacing Doc Rivers. And we're told it is a leg cramp. If that's the case, that's very good news for the Knicks. He had similar leg cramps in the series against the Charlotte Hornets. 6 on the shot clock. Ewing. Jordan with the save. Bulls still very much alive. They're down by 11 with 5:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. What a look from Jordan, and Williams was fouled.
Williams did a Charles Oakley. He went for the defensive man instead of going up for the shot. Meanwhile, Greg Anthony looms very large for the Knicks now in this part of the game. He's got the job unless Rivers can shake that off. There's the pass inside. Williams concentrating on Mason as he goes up and draws the foul.
Mason was called for his 5th. Scott Williams now 3 out of 5 from the line. Doc Rivers trying to work through the leg cramps. The Knicks now lead 84-75. Pat Riley going with Anthony and Starks at the guards. Oakley, Mason, and Ewing up front.
Jordan loves it now. He loves guarding Anthony. You just know it. He wants that ball.
Plus he can gamble. They'll give Anthony the shot. He doubled up on Ewing. That time Patrick Ewing did not throw it out. He was double and triple team. Now Jordan beats Starks off the dribble. And a foul is called. Will Perdue hit from behind.
Finally a presence on the offensive boards. Perdue and Williams combining to create some havoc.
Anthony Mason with his 6th. So Mason leaves 8 points, 7 rebounds. Charles Smith returns. That a non-shooting foul. The Bulls over the limit. The next foul committed by the Knicks will put them over the limit. 5 minutes remaining in the game. Knicks trying to go 2 up in the series. Bulls hoping to tie it at 1. Here's Jordan exploding but not able to hit. And it's tipped home. Scott Williams with the tip. And the Bulls are within 7.
Their big men are taking over now. The Knicks need a new life on the boards from their front line.
Perdue jumps out. Try to trap Anthony. Again the double on Ewing. Oakley is fouled. Oakley will go to the line. Foul on Williams, number 6. So Grant raising his hand, trying to get the call on him because he has only 3. Scott Williams fouling out. 12 points, 7 rebounds.
Phil Jackson figuring out who gets the call now. Got to be Stacey King. But what about Bill Cartwright?
That's the decision that he's mulling.